Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast. So this week is a full moon week, which means your ruler is gaining that energy and momentum as we go through the week, even though there is that, again, Pisces influence right before it. So it could, still create that dreaminess and that receptive energy. But definitely, around Friday, Saturday, the full moon, this is about this high point of the cycle, right? The lunar cycle and also of a yearly cycle in this context. And the context is really about your career. You got a full moon here in your 10th house. So this is all about productivity or achievement, success, public recognition. It's a time of becoming aware of this area. Because if you did have some new beginnings here in this area about 6 months ago, this is now coming to a head. This is coming to the culminating time of this. So do a status check involving your career, involving your productive life, your achievement, success, all of this stuff. And I think you'll find that there is insight coming in that's going to help you pivot and shift for the next 6 months in this area. All right, so great though like I said, the energies are high around this time. Put energy into the career, into the productive stuff, and move that area forward. Now you'll likely notice around that same time, around Saturday, Sunday, going into next week, your focus is shifting. And your focus will likely be shifting more into home matters, family matters, or health. Not that they aren't already for a lot of you Cancers, because a lot of you are about those things. But anyways, your mind has likely been on these areas this past week with Mercury in your 4th, and now with the Sun shifting into your 4th, it is going to be setting the stage for the new beginning in about 2 weeks, having to do with home, location, or your family life. All right, so all week long, there is this backdrop about healing, and I think for you, it is the healing of your self-expression. It's also the healing of your relationships, and even to healing your adventurous side, your open-mindedness, and that's been Chiron transiting your 9th house for about the past year. And so now with this square to Saturn, anything you can do the work with involving healing is fantastic. And, doing the healing in terms of that self-expression and just being patient with the self-expression, you're finishing up whatever work, hard work or whatnot you've been doing with this area the past 2 years. Saturn's going to now leave your 5th house. It's been 2 years there. He's now leaving here in about a month. And so it's going to lift off this area. So maybe it's not so restricted with the self-expression or with your passions in life. But use this week in the sense that if any wounds do come up regarding that or some of the other areas I mentioned there, relationships and expanding of those horizons, heal, do the work, right? Become aware of any wounds, accept the wounds, and then take action in the face of those wounds. And I think you'll find that to be a great way of working with this development of these areas here. So the Friday, Saturday time does have some other aspects with Venus. You still do have all these fast-moving planets in your 3rd house. It's still a great week for learning, practical knowledge, communication, and so you could be enjoying it still with Venus. If there is any erratic energy where you're wanting to make some changes with that stuff, or maybe you're wanting to make some changes with your home or your friends, network circles, anything like that, do be aware of that. Uranus is helping you make some changes there, but again, keep it with balance and moderation, I think is some good advice to give for all of us, simply because it's in an opposition. But make some healthy changes there. Listen to that freedom. Learn some of that practical stuff. And at the same time, expand those horizons. I think where the freedom is really pulling you towards is to expand your horizons. Is to, maybe some of you have been feeling the past 7 years to travel or to learn more about philosophy and just needing that adventurousness, that open-mindedness. So listen to that with balance, staying rooted in your practical side of things right now, which is the 3rd house, which is where all the fast movers are. And I think you'll find that's a really good way of integrating it, both the practical and possible, the expansive and the day-to-day, the left side of the brain, the right side of the brain. Really good to merge those two there. And the Sun will be trining up to Neptune around this time, so there's a lot of supportive energy about this part of the week. And this is supporting you, I think, in terms of the shift of focus, probably more in terms of your home. There is a bit of easygoingness, probably to enjoy some things, to enjoy the sensual life, and easygoingness with the Sun trine Neptune. All right, so Cancers, have a great week. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast.